hassle to deal with when he's on the ball, so look out for him. But of course, Birds and Bees have looked very good in the offseason, and it's a team that a lot of people expected to make the rival series. They're here, and this is their chance to make a statement.
If memory serves correct, the number 2 seed of the play-in bracket, Birds and the Bees, looking to start off their season 1-0, as Afterthought already has. Hato will play this off the corner. Ty Tyler and Mist take each other out of the play, and Hawkser will try to play this downfield off the respawn of Mist. Mist still waiting at the back. Rolled his shot is saved by Shock. And of course, again, watch how Shock plays in this series. See if maybe even any nerves get to him. You know, there is such a thing as being too motivated and too up for a match, as Shock will play this one away.
Nobody really getting a good grasp here in the first 30 seconds or so, just really trying to find possession, find maybe small openings that neither team is willing to give up at this point. Like we said, Tyler had an exceptional series early on. It's our first time seeing Birds and Bees, and we know what Hawkser and Mist are capable of. It's our first time seeing Roll Diz in the rival series, but of course, if you've been paying attention to the bubble scene at all, you know that he's a fantastic player.
Shock and Hawkser right next to each other there. Of course, they came oh so close to qualifying for the rival series last season. Shock now trying to twist his way through the air. Follow up from Tyler. Hato's shot will be blocked. Hawkser, right place, right time. Excellent positioning. Hato's demo on Mist, inconsequential as the ball moves downfield.
Yeah, unfortunate there. The demo did come through, and Shock had a lot of space to work with, but unfortunately cleared up and over his head. Afterthought, so far, has a little bit more of the pressure and able to find more time in their offensive third, but big clears coming out from Hawkser lets the Birds and Bees out.
Hawkser watching this ball, but it will be sent away. Good pass across. Mist is able to beat the defense, and it's the Birds and the Bees that strike first.
And it's a great shot from Mist, but really give credit to Roll Diz being selfless. The lateral pass across the top of the box are so dangerous, hit with pace as well. Mist can really get behind that one and find the back of the net. Birds and Bees on the board first.
I mean, you're just so helpless as a defender in that spot. Once that pass gets through, it is guesswork in the net. And this time, it is Mist who strikes first for Birds and the Bees. Tyler looking for Hato, looking to tie the game, and he does.
And it's really kind of a similar play coming out here from Afterthought. Hato on the end of that one. Tyler, another lateral pass at the top of the box, and guess who? Hato just sitting and waiting to put that one away, and that's what that kind of pass gives you. It's that power, it's that quick shot to come out, and it's so dangerous. Both teams trading blows with that one.
Tyler looking to boom this from the back wall, but Shock not able to catch up with it. Who will take possession here at the center line? Apparently nobody. Shock able to back up the play, looking to get the flip reset, trying to get by Hawkser. He cannot. And now Hawkser battling with Tyler. Gets support from Mist. Here comes Birds and the Bees again. Looking to lob one up is Mist, but Shock will send it away. Credited with a save, but it's more of an interception. That is trouble from Tyler, and Hato is barely able to keep this out of the net. Mist looking for the double touch. He's got it, but Ty is right there.
And the demo on Hato opens up the left side of the field, and Roll Diz sneaks one at the net. Shock able to push this one away, and for Afterthought, they do finally break out. That's a great segment, though, for Birds and Bees. They were able to put a lot of pressure onto Afterthought and really make them respect the shot. That double tap actually puts the ball in a dangerous spot for Hato, barely able to deal with it. Tyler able to push this one out.
Blocked through as Afterthought looks to get a second goal in a row here. Hato blocked by Roll Diz. Missed against Shock. Kind of neutral as it ends up over to the side wall. Ty coming from the ceiling, intercepted by Hawkser. Well read defensively. And now Mist will just play this away for himself. Able to beat Hato, needs some support, and instead Tyler able to recover for Afterthought.
And I really like seeing the communication coming out between Shock and Tyler. Shock had absolutely gone for that ball in front of the net, but Ty comes through and takes it away so that Shock can sit in net. That's a safe play coming out for them. Here's Hawkser, maybe a second touch, runs out of boost and can't connect.
And Roll Diz was up for that as well. He may have had a look at that, if not for that second touch. Roll Diz back for the save, though. Boy, big time recovery from Birds and the Bees. Hato's shot is high off the crossbar. Shock does get one of his own, is just into the final minute, and it's Afterthought who'd go in front.
And Shock finally getting on the board here, and that's a tough one in front of Hato. It could have landed on his car to go in. Hawks are in a really difficult situation. He tries to go off the back of his own goal from the save. Shock does a great job of finding the open space in the net, puts it away, and gives his team a 1-goal lead.
Roll Diz, lateral pass, and not able to find a teammate. Here's Tyler again, and that's going to be blocked off to the side by Mist. So Birds and the Bees find themselves trailing with 45 to work with. Shock not able to keep possession away from Roll Diz. Off the corner out in front, boomed all the way downfield, and Mist has to retreat very quickly. That was dangerous, maybe just barely off the mark.
And just barely getting there. I think that shot was off either way. It actually gets a touch. Hato has got to get back to get that one out. Not as dangerous as previously thought. Here's Tyler now trying to push this one along. Maybe one more for the road for Afterthought as they're trying to close out game number 1.
Roll Diz just barely beaten out by Tyler. More precious seconds coming off the clock. Mist can't get the ball downfield. Neither can Hawkser. It is Roll Diz who finally gets rid of this ball. Tyler dumps it back in, and Shock will just let it die. Afterthought takes game 1.
And a close matchup between these two teams, mostly because they're trading blows. Obviously, the first 2 goals were in very similar fashion. Afterthought, 9 shots coming out, and really on the other side, 7 saves as well. And the stats kind of tell the story here. It's a very back and forth game. Not only are both teams getting shots, but they're also playing great defense in the saves. So I think that the scoreboard right there really tells the story between them.
Yet another MVP medal for Tyler as well. And, you know, that's got to feel really good for him having a first good week of league play because, again, he's had mixed results with Allegiance, whether it's been in the rival series or the RLCS. Getting off to a strong start here, win the first series, win the first game of your second. Got to feel really good for him. But Birds and the Bees, they are right there knocking on the door plenty of times. They had 7 looks at it. 1 got through. But you have to imagine if that keeps up, plenty more will find the net.
And again, it feels like both these teams really coming out with confidence and a little bit of swagger as well. Yeah. And it really does show in game number 1. And I have a feeling that we might go the distance in this one and just similar trading blows back and forth. I really can't criticize either team for, oh, they got locked in on defense a little bit too long and they got boost starved, or, oh, they didn't have, or they had inaccuracies and they couldn't put away their shots. It felt like really everyone was converting when they needed to. So it's just about how much can you execute when it counts the most? And here in game number 2, we're about to find out.
As we will count down to game 2, a chance for Afterthought to go on match point. Birds and the Bees looking to draw level with, let's face it, their rival this season, and Mist scores 5 seconds in right off the kickoff.
And this is a tough one because Tyler really sets him up for it and pops that one up for Mist, and he just can't get back in time. Hato was there, and Birds and Bees on the board first, like you said, in the first 5 seconds.
They scored first in game 1, could not hold it. It was a quick answer from Afterthought in that first game. Everybody misses here, so Mist will throw it off the corner, looking for Roll Diz, but he'll have to back off at midfield. Now Hawkser trying to fight his way through. Hato not able to get rid of this ball, and Tyler comes in to help. Now Ty waiting for that corner boost to spawn. He is determined to sit there, and it finally did spawn for him. Hawkser got his shot off, and Tyler using what's left of that boost to make the save, but not the clear, and Roll Diz punishes him for dropping that ball in front.
It is a punish coming out from Roll Diz, and again, it's Tyler not doing a good job with dealing with this, and you never want to put the ball across your own net, especially when you can't follow it up, and Roll Diz just sitting there waiting for it to come down. He puts it away in the first minute. Birds and Bees up by 2.
Now Mist will control this off the kickoff, very patiently finding Hawkser. Great play between Mist and Hawkser, and Hato and Shock were both there on the goal line. Hato has the save. That could be trouble for Afterthought. Now Tyler knocked away from the ball, and that will kill the play for the moment. Great ball from Mist, able to get downfield. He's chasing down Shock, but really just relegated to some pennies there, not able to get a full tank of boost. Hato now met by Mist. Now he does have a full tank, but Tyler has the clear. And now Ty and Hato working their way down the pitch. Can Ty get this in front for Shock? No, and Shock will back off. Hoxer, as that ball just right off of Shock. Loose in front again, and Shock barely recovers. Edo just misread that as it came across. Could have been very dangerous for Afterthought, and that could have been dangerous for Birds and the Bees, but they escape unscathed.
And Afterthought have not registered a shot yet in this game. And of course, Birds and the Bees at 5. So a lot more offense coming through for the Birds and the Bees, and Afterthought not looking up to par like we saw in game number 1.
It is Hoxer going upside down. His shot off the crossbar, saved away off the goal line by Not Tyler, and Hado blocks that shot attempt as well. But look at the spacing for Afterthought. A little bit of hero ball coming out as they've been stifled for the first half of game 2.
And you can see there in the last 20 seconds, Afterthought really bunched up on their own end. There's a double commit, but it actually pays off, as I believe they pinched it downfield. But for Afterthought, they're getting a little bunched up on the defensive end of things, and it has not looked good here in game number 2. They've been throwing the ball away to kind of get some breathing room here, as you can see, and missed lots of space and time to play with this one. Hado immediately shuts that down.
Hoxer around 1, but Ty and Shock combine to get this ball away. That means nobody's home, and Hoxer will get the last touch, and Roldiz will get spammed. Great pass, I'm sure, by his teammates.
Yeah, Hoxer taking this one away. It was in either way, but this comes off of Afterthought really pushing down the field and overcommitting on the play, and immediately Birds and the Bees able to find the back of the net. Now a 3-goal lead opens up. 2 minutes left for Afterthought to make a difference here in game number 2.
So back and forth these two teams go. The win for Afterthought in game 1, but a convincing effort now here in game 2 as Birds and the Bees have dominated to this point, but Not Tyler gets one back very quickly here, just outside the 2-minute mark.
So Afterthought finally on the board here, and more than enough time to make the comeback. Again, just beating the defense down the field. Birds and Bees getting caught out just a little bit, and for Afterthought, they've started the timer. They're about to make the comeback.
2:04 remains. We saw Birds and the Bees dominate the first half. Afterthought will need to dominate the second half to bring it back. Shock thought about turning. Instead, he realized Roldiz had him beat. Hoxer gets by Shock, and Ty just strafing across, barely makes the save. Now Roldiz looking to drop one down. Maybe got a little help there from Ty, but there to recover is Shock, and Hado will at least get this out of harm's way for the moment.
Still, you're seeing a lot of these balls being thrown away by Afterthought, not keeping possession, and sure, it buys you that short-term time to collect boost, get back into rotation, but it's tough to develop any offense. Here's Mist trying to go for the double tap, and off the crossbar from Hoxer. It's up to Roldiz to put this one away, and accuracy plaguing here. Birds and the Bees laying to this one, not able to convert.
It is fortunate that the Birds and the Bees have this 2-goal lead. They scored those first 3 goals, but we call those can't-miss opportunities. If you want to be successful at this level in the rival series, you have to convert those, and plenty of teams today have not. Down to the final minute, as Afterthought have been allowed to hang around here in game 2. Missed as that effort blocked away. Roldiz not able to pinch that as far as he would have liked. And now Shock looking for Not Tyler. He'll delay, loose in front. Shock shot is high and wide, just outside the corner of the frame. Hoxer will boom it downfield. That was Afterthought's opportunity, but again, the Birds and the Bees can't put him away.
And that could have ended the game right there if the Birds and the Bees put that one away. And for Afterthought, you're going to look back at that opportunity and say, hey, we could have given ourselves at least a shot to tie it up, but with time ticking down, they really got to score here in the next 5-6 seconds. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult coming off that kickoff.
And Hoxer, maybe one for the montage, but he comes up empty. The follow-up from Roldiz exactly the way Hoxer planned it, and that's the dagger in game 2.
Absolutely. Birds and the Bees, a much better game here. A big bump coming out to open up that space, but really it was all the pressure from Birds and the Bees that kind of suffocated the Afterthought team here, and unfortunately for Afterthought, going to drop game number 2.
So the Birds and the Bees, they drop that hard-fought first game, and they come back out in game 2, and really the message is, all right, playtime's over. A dominant win in this second game to tie up the series for Birds and the Bees.
And of course, if you're fans of Birds and the Bees, then you're happy to see them take it back to Afterthought, and you see the stats there, 13 shots coming out from Birds and the Bees. It really does tell the story about how much offense they had, and you feel like that this was Birds and Bees played consistent through the last 2 games. It felt like Afterthought was a little bit more slow in this one, and it doesn't seem like that they had a lot as much confidence as maybe in game number 1. So the question is, does Afterthought respond with maybe a game 1 presence that they didn't in game number 2, or is this the Afterthought we're going to see for the rest of the series?
I mean, are you entertained?
I am absolutely entertained so far.
Okay, well,
yeah.
we still have this here. If we, oh, yeah, absolutely, help yourself.
Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
So we now go to game 3, right? Both teams have a game. And now we look forward to this tie-breaking 3rd game and see who really has the upper hand in this series. It may well be Birds and the Bees. They have the more convincing of the 2 wins. And now I want to see if Afterthought, somebody other than Ty Not Tyler, can really lead them to a W, because it really has been Ty. Every single game that Afterthought has won, he's had a huge game.
And for Afterthought, again, you really want to go back to the way they played in game number 1. I thought it was fantastic and really trading blows with Birds and Bees. So far, like I said, Birds and Bees being that consistent team through 2 games, and now we're tied up in the series. Like you said, this is the make or break.
2-1 for Afterthought in game 1, 4-1 in game 2 for Birds and the Bees. Rubber game here. Somebody will be on match point as everybody kind of bounces off each other trying to cheat up for that kickoff. So Hato will come up from the back, and Shock will make sure this does not go too deep into the Afterthought end. Ty Not Tyler looking to force one through. He's met by Mist, and now Shock will try his luck. He's knocked off the ball, I believe, by Roll Diz. Double commit, though, from Shock and Hato. Hato's shot will be sent away. It's about as good an opportunity as they could have hoped for there, and now they have to get back in position.
And it seems like Afterthought starting off on the right foot here with the pressure, and Shock coming through to take away the ball from Hato. That's a double commit coming out from Birds and the Bees. Ty Not Tyler, this is smart to just keep possession, bring it down, and maybe force a dangerous opportunity, as they definitely have this Birds and Bees team in a scramble. But now Roll Diz on the transition might have an opportunity turned away by Hato.
Hoxer still on this ball here, trying to play that in himself, and Ty Not Tyler there with him every step of the way. Shock now, right at Mist. And now Hato waiting to follow this play up, and Mist wins the challenge convincingly. Well done, as the Birds and the Bees try to score first in game 3. Minute and a half gone by, just about, as Ty Not Tyler pops that one off the ceiling. Hato looking for a teammate. No, he's gonna play that for himself. And Shock kind of coming up unnecessarily and beaten to the ball because of it.
Afterthought finding themselves on defense here, and that pressure coming through from Hoxer, trying to play this one across. Here's a shot from Mist, turned away by Ty Not Tyler. And Roll Diz still trying to keep this attack on, and Afterthought finding their way out, but already it's much better from Afterthought. They're moving down the field with a little bit more confidence in keeping that possession, but Birds and Bees still making it difficult. We're seeing still that consistency from this team to put on that pressure and create some dangerous opportunities.
But still, Afterthought really looking like Ty Not Tyler and friends. If he's not getting it done on the offensive end, he's doing it on the defensive half of the field. Ty looking to drop one down for Hato. Good pass, but no follow-up, as Mist should be able to control this. Good read by Hato to send that back in. But again, nothing doing for Afterthought. They can't keep a prolonged attack there, and they really haven't been for quite a while, even going back to game 1. That shot's gonna be high and wide. Nobody really tracked that ball either, and it seems like Birds of the Bees are getting very comfortable on either side of the field.
Well, and Afterthought's struggling to keep possession really on both sides of the field, but right now they're kind of in panic mode. But when they go down the field on offense, it feels like that they just can't keep it when they have the attack on and they have the advantage on Birds of the Bees, whether it's positioning or boost control. It just feels like Afterthought immediately give the ball away, and it's one try and then back to their own end.
Oh, right now, they desperately need boost. They have been hemmed in their own zone for a while. They're having to get very creative about how they send these balls away. Hato not even able to get that boost either, as Mist beats him to the punch. This will drop down in front, but nobody can even dare to challenge. Now Hato, that drops down for Shock, who puts one right down Main Street.
Oh, that's exactly what Afterthought needed. Just one chance to fall through, and Hato, it's a tough pass to read as it comes off the top of the ceiling there, straight down to Shock, and the defense from Birds and the Bees not able to read it, but Shock had it all the way through, and a one-goal lead opens up for Afterthought.
Boy, that is exactly what Afterthought needed after being frustrated on the defensive end for so much of this game. Able to just get one opportunity and take advantage of it. Shock, though, gives this ball away to Mist, and Ty Not Tyler has to boom it away. Roll Diz and Shock collide. That could cause some trouble for Birds and the Bees. Hato with a demo in front, but Mist is there to back him up. Now Shock, another pass. Oh, Hato backflipped. This could be trouble. Somebody's got to get there. Nobody will. Mist ties game 3.
And Hato had no boost here when the ball goes over his head and Mist was downfield. He's just got to come through and tap it away. Hato's trying to catch up with a couple of flips. He even got bumped by his own teammate to possibly make him go faster, but still couldn't get back. So a mistake coming out from Afterthought, and we're all tied up.
We'll see how costly that proves for Afterthought. I mean, Birds of the Bees had to break through eventually. This is bar down and in. Hato gets it right back for AFT.
Well, he's able to redeem himself here, and it's just given away by Roll Diz. Hawkser was coming out thinking that the play was going to move downfield or maybe possibly receive the pass, but it comes straight to Hato, who punishes.
We promised you all day long this match would deliver, and deliver it has. 2-1 with a minute 10 to go in game 3. Mist bringing another one in front. This will beat 2 defenders, and we're tied again.
Mist just doing everyone here on Birds and the Bees. Again, the pass down from Hato to Mist and able to cut. Shock, Tyler just can't get back in time. And like you said, we are knotted with a minute left.
2-2 with 1:06. Big kickoff here for both teams with overtime looming in this tie-breaking third game. Hato stuffed by Mist. Boy, that's been a theme in this match. His challenges have been on point, have mists. Now Roll Diz. That will kick right to Tyler. Hato downfield, can't do a whole lot with this ball. And Hawkser able to beat the double commit. And now here comes Birds and the Bees. Mist chasing down this ball from Hato. And Hato does get this out of the corner. That's great patient defending by Afterthought's Hato. Now Tyler. That ball goes up towards the ceiling. Nobody chases. Hawkser takes out Hato, but Shock will still play this back in, and Afterthought will have possession in the final 20 seconds. What can they do with it, though? Absolutely nothing, as that ball goes to nobody in particular. Another chance. Hawkser is going to be well high. Hato has to chase it down. Somebody's got to rotate in behind him. Hawkser to the back wall.
Demo.
Missed with a big demo. Roll Diz shot denied by Tyler, who's come up big yet again and will have overtime again tonight.
One last chance there for Birds and the Bees, but of course another overtime here for these two teams, and Missed maybe an opportunity right off the bat. Immediately met by Shock to turn that one away, and for Afterthought, they haven't looked good in the game before. They've looked a little bit better here. They'd love to take the series back, or at least take the lead back against Birds and the Bees.
First overtime for these two. Could be the first of many if they were to play any number of matches. Hawkser, double touch on the way, no. Missed, he'll have a drive, he will score, and Birds and the Bees are one win away from putting away Afterthought.
Missed with all 3 goals here for Birds and the Bees in this game, and man, what a shot from him. Top shelf, that's a tough one to save from Hato. He was facing the opposite direction, and Missed really stepping it up when they needed it most in overtime. Birds and the Bees take a 2-1 lead in the series.
And really, especially watching the first half of that game, you would have expected Birds and the Bees to win that game. You wouldn't have expected it to go to overtime, but Afterthought were able to fight back and make Birds and the Bees earn it in OT. But they certainly had far higher quality opportunities and missed a hat trick, a savior medal. The only thing he didn't do is have any assists because he scored all the goals.
Right, it was one heck of a game coming out from Mist, and I think the question now for Afterthought is it was better. Things looked a little bit better for them, but again, trying to convert on offense, not finding the back of the net when they need it. And there was a flurry of goals in the middle of that game,
yes,
of course, benefiting Birds and the Bees, getting 2 out of the 3, all in within 14 seconds. So for Birds and Bees, they're converting when they need it. When they give up a goal, they have an immediate response. And for Afterthought, it took them almost 3 minutes to find their first goal, and it just never really came after that. An overtime goal from Mist, and man, what a game from him. So for Afterthought, we're really talking about how can you get back into this series. They're not out of it, of course not. This was a close game again from them, but they just could not close it out.
And we talk about the motivation for Shock in this series. There's just as much motivation on the other side, especially for Hawkser and Mist, and even for Roldes playing against his former teammates. But, you know, Hawkser and Mist, they certainly had their name dragged through the mud throughout this whole ordeal. And all Mist has done in response is score 5 goals in this series, by far leading everybody. Hawkser's added 4 assists of his own. including one on that game winner. And now we go to game 4. It is must win for Afterthought if they want to have a hope of going 2-0 to start this season. Otherwise, it will be Birds and the Bees with an opening win to start their campaign.
And of course, it's the last 2 games for Birds and the Bees. It's a 7 goals to 3 that Afterthought have scored. So Birds and the Bees outscoring Afterthought by quite a bit in the last 2 games. It really does paint the picture for Afterthought and their struggles finding the back of the net late in this series.
It is Tyler just barely getting a flick on that ball, but not able to really keep possession. Missed, not able to get the touch he was looking for to beat Shock. Hoxer will let this go. He'll take out Tyler for good measure and steal their boost, but not able to keep possession, or maybe they are. Tyler a little slow off the respawn getting to this ball, and now he doesn't have anything to work with, so he just throws it in the general direction of Shock. It's worked out decently enough, but Birds and the Bees should not have any trouble defending this. Tyler trying to drop one for Shock. He is met defensively by Birds and the Bees. And finally, Ty can at least try to control this ball. Get some help from Hato. 2-on-1 opportunity. Demo from Ty, but the shot doesn't come in.
Such a smart play from Ty, but like you said, no shot, and everyone gets back for Birds and the Bees here. That was an opportunity for Afterthought that they just couldn't convert on the pass down. The shot never came through, but it's good to see from Afterthought. You know, we asked for more offense, we asked for more chances, and we're already seeing it here.
Hato, Ty, who's gonna take it? It's Hato trying to force his way through. Difficult angle for Ty. We've seen him score them before, especially in the rival series, but has not happened here. Nobody back as Mist tries to score, but that shot goes wide, and his follow-up, finally Hato able to get back to stuff it. Ty and Hato again trying to work downfield. And right now, if you're Shock, I wonder, do you feel like you really have to force yourself to get into this game? Because he hasn't done a whole lot against his former teammates. That shot's gonna be high. Shock able to roll this one away, and Tyler gets it out of the way of Mist.
Another scary opportunity for the Birds and the Bees, and Afterthought playing a lot more reactive on their own end right now and letting Birds and the Bees do what they want. You can see Halo just waiting for that touch off the back wall. Here comes Hoxer now. It's just Shock in net. Shock gets up and he actually gets it away. Roldiz was waiting for that play to develop and maybe capitalize on a mistake from Shock. And of course, Afterthought, they break out.
Almost a pool shot there, as Hoxer, I believe, was hit on that play. Or actually, Hato came up with a pool shot, but ball is cleared away. Now Tyler coming up on 2 minutes remaining. Hato for Shock, looking for the right side, and Mist is there for the save. Got to have a lot more pace if you're going to get a shot through at this level. There's another one coming in from Ty. He's over Hoxer. This will angle down, and it is Hato who gets on the scoreboard, and Afterthought are not going away just yet.
And they've had a few chances here. That second touch from Tyler really sets up Hato. Mist just couldn't react to the play at all. He got thrown off, and Afterthought on the board first, and there have been spurts of offense here from them in this game in particular, finally able to convert.
Third goal in the series for Hato, third assist for Tyler, who's got his fingerprints on everything that has happened in this series. Ball crossed over for Mist as Birds of the Bees find themselves trailing late in regulation. Not an unfamiliar position, and they've handled it quite well. Mist popping one up, big time pop, but Roldiz not able to track it down. Mist from Hoxer, not able to continue the play. Hato gets over Hoxer, and more time comes off the clock as Birds of the Bees are forced back to their own end to play defense. Hoxer again, this time getting past both Tyler and Shock. That leaves Hato at the back. Ty able to disrupt the play just enough, and here comes Hato looking for another slow play on the shot, and he feathers it home on the rebound.
And Afterthought are not going away with the fight here, and Hato getting a nice bounce, and the follow-up roll. This does make the save, but it goes right back into Hato and into the back of the net. Afterthought find themselves in a 2-goal lead.
Still time for Birds and the Bees to make this real interesting in Game 4, but a kickoff goal could seal their fate and force Game 5 Shock with the demo. It rolls into his credit, and it looks like Game 5 is inevitable.
So smart from Shock. Just gets a nice light touch so that he can get out in front of that ball, and he didn't even need a demo. All he needed to do was just bump that defender out of the way. So smart from Shock, and he gives his team a 3-goal lead and enough buffer to possibly get through the last minute.
And probably very therapeutic for Shock to have that play happen, but here's Mist coming back the other way, and off the kickoff, there's still a chance for Birds of the Bees to close it out.
They absolutely could with 53 seconds left, and Mist just getting to the ball first. Shock not getting up to that one and following it up off his own crossbar there. 2 goals between these two teams, and for Birds and Bees, they're looking to get a couple kickoff goals.
And what an answer from Mist. You get demoed and watch that ball go into your own net. Come back with your 6th goal of the series. Roll Diz looking to drop one in, and he does. And here comes Birds and the Bees.
Absolutely, and this is a tough one for Tyler because he does get up, but it goes straight into the ceiling and back down. And again, Roll Diz is just waiting for the mistake. He's hoping that you make that mistake and he can find the back of the net. He does so, and here come the Birds and the Bees.
Hoxer has been a pest for Afterthought to deal with, picking up his 5th assist. Shock shot well wide. Tyler keeps us in the zone. Got to find a teammate, though, as he does not have a lick of boost to work with. Now Shock, dangerous ball, but Hado's right there to play it. And Mist trying to find Roll Diz. They're trying to use their teammates to get downfield. Our Birds and the Bees trying not to panic. Under fire here. Big demo from Shock on Mist. Back the other way it goes, and maybe time for one last drive for Birds and the Bees to try and tie up this game. They were down 3-0. They've brought it back to this point. Here's the last gasp. Otherwise, we go to Game 5, and that looks like where we're headed. Roll Diz, shot's gonna be wide. Boomed all the way downfield, and we'll have one last game in North America tonight.
Game 5 to decide between these two teams. We wouldn't want it any other way. And Afterthought really did come alive here in game number 4. And it came off of some heads-up play from Shock, of course, with that 3rd goal. And Hado doing some great work through the middle of that game, or excuse me, late into that game. And so for Afterthought, much, much better. They kind of let Birds and the Bees come back into it a little bit, but
that was scary.
Just enough for the drama. And for Afterthought, now they find themselves in a game number 5. And for Birds and the Bees, this gets a little bit scary because Afterthought come off with a win in game number 4, and they feel like it was a commanding win too, because it was 3-0 at one point. There was a couple goals that go in for Birds and the Bees, but Afterthought definitely seemed like more and more in control. Still, I feel like Birds and the Bees have been consistent throughout this series, but they're at game 5. They've got to close it out.
I will ask you again. Are you not entertained? High-level drama here to close out North America in week number 1. And, you know, maybe I need a sanity check, but I'm pretty sure Birds and the Bees, they really have felt like the better team here. You know, they've really taken the fight more often to Afterthought, but they haven't been able to close out this series when given the opportunity, and that's when the pressure really starts to mount.
And that was something I said when we were making our predictions. I feel like before even seeing this series, you could make an argument, a strong argument for both of these teams as why they're better than each other, and we're really seeing that that's the case. They're really back and forth in these two teams, and a game number 5 to close out North America Week 1 rival series and to close out who walks away 1-0 or 0-1 between Afterthought and Birds and Bees.
They wouldn't have it any other way with the offseason that these two teams have had. Fate has willed game number 5. That ball stopped by Hado. Follow-up is off the backboard. Follow-up again is in from Roll Diz. 15 seconds into game 5.
Mist involved once again, and Hado's challenge really wasn't that poor. It just comes straight out to Mist, who's able to put that play, or put the ball back into play. And of course, Roll Diz, he's been there really all series long, just kind of sitting in the box waiting for balls to pop out. And he's been capitalizing on it over and over again. Birds and the Bees up by 1.
Change of pace for Birds and the Bees. Mist the helper on this play. His first assist to go with his 6 goals. Hoxer, double touch, is going to be well wide. Follow-up, though, is just off the post. Shock has to get there, and he does, but he doesn't have any boost. And he is going to try just about any trick he's got in the book to make anything happen at all, but finally snuffed out by Birds and the Bees. Shock again, this time with plenty of boost to challenge that shot. But now Roll Diz bouncing one in, and Hado has to clear it. over towards Shock, but they need to get downfield rather than just making these passes across.
And Hato again, just giving this ball away. I know he didn't have a lot of boost, but not getting a lot of support. Trying to break out from his own end. Tyler bringing this one down might result in some positive field positioning here as Shock able to keep it along. Here's Hato and Tyler, double commit coming out from Afterthought. You can see Shock on your screen just kind of whiz by to get back and make up for that double commit. And so Afterthought have their own attack stifled.
Shock will have all the time in the world to play this downfield. There was a bump at midfield, and Tyler's shot denied by Hoxer. I think Shock got knocked out of the play by Roldiz. So Hato has to take over, and he cannot push this ball in front. Shock can, but nobody's going to chase it down. Everybody misses, though, and Hato had a look as he was stealing some boost.
That pressure coming out from Afterthought here the first 2 minutes, and definitely looking better here on offense as a shot turned away early from Shock, but here comes Tyler trying to go up and over. Hato's lying in wait. Turned away by the defense of Birds and the Bees.
Yeah, missed, just barely getting a piece of that. It looked like from the angle we had that Ty was going to have an easy shot. That ball is sent away, and there's missed again along the backboard. But this could be trouble. Loose in front, and Tyler is denied. Ty waiting on the side again, but now it'll be Hato who comes in. His bouncing shot deflected away by Mist again.
And a great clear from Mist as well, forcing Tyler to get up and push that one towards the corner. A tough shot comes out from Mist once again, and Hato forced to make a couple of clears here, but it's straight to Mist once more. He's everywhere for Birds and the Bees. Tyler having to get up and push this one out, but still, the attack is on. Tyler able to finally clear that one away for Afterthought.
Who's going to take this? Shock going back for boost, so it's Hato. For Ty, Shock on the drop down pass from Ty, but that goes off to the side. Was a double commit though from Birds and the Bees. Afterthought can't take advantage as Mist bombs it away yet again, and Afterthought are sent back to the drawing board. Again, just having to go back to basics here, trying to get back downfield. Every time this ball is boomed away by BNB, more time, very valuable time coming off the clock as Afterthought tries to level game 5. Shock forces through one, not able to get by Mist, and yet another booming clear. This could lead to a shot, if not for Ty.
And Mist is having one heck of a series here, and he's doing it on defense in game number 5 in particular. Being that catalyst to move down the field and transition, Afterthought have just been stopped by him every step.
Perhaps a storybook ending that is writing itself here. One-on-one though, Shock and Hoxer. Hoxer gets by, but Shock got just enough of that ball to force it off to the side.
And that's patience coming out from Shock, but still the attack's on for Birds and the Bees. Forced to throw it to his corner is Shock, and once again getting up. Everyone up for Afterthought here, but Hato able to follow that one away, and the triple commit isn't punished.
Hoxer, kind of an awkward flip as he tried to get downfield. That slowed him down and gave Afterthought a chance, but now they'll have to go from their own defensive end yet again. Hato kind of clipped on, I believe, Mist's way through. Now Mist is there. Actually, it was Roldiz now in the final 30 seconds. Roldiz chasing this down to the corner, trying to set up a teammate, looking for one more goal to put the nail in the coffin. Tyler for Hato, over to Ty. No, Shock actually peeled off of that ball, and he'll play it to the corner instead. Now they only have one more chance. 10 seconds remain. Tyler to the backboard. Mist has to have this ball. He does not, and it's cleared away by Roldiz. Afterthought had their chance. They need one more. They will not. Maybe they will. As that ball is cleared away, it looked like it was for sure going to touch down. Now it does, and it's Birds and the Bees who win the grudge match to close out week number 1.
Wow, what a way to close it out. And Birds and Bees, I have to hand it to them. They looked like the better team throughout this series, and they walk away with a hard-fought game number 5 win with just one goal separating these two teams here. And if I had to give out an MVP medal, I'd give it to Mist. He looked so good. Not only on the attacking side of things, he scored what, 2, 4, 6 goals, 7 goals. No, 6 goals for Mist. And that's a lot going into a game 5 series. And of course, Birds and Bees, the number 2 seed coming in from rival series play-ins. We expected a lot from them once they made it. They make a statement here against Afterthought.
Unanimous picks on the desk. 0 for 2 so far today. Haloran, welcome back. I was saying earlier, we never doubt Haloran, but you were foolish enough to listen to us, and I'm sure he will not make that mistake
There's something in the
ever
popcorn.
again.
The streak is broken. And, I was enjoying the show. I had to go and get some popcorn. But when the moment I looked at the schedule and I saw that these two teams were going to be squaring off, I was like, we are in for such a treat. I did not think it would be as explosive and dynamic as it was. Afterthought, they take game number 1. They look strong. They look dominant. But then there's the quick answer back. Game number 3 goes on for a while, then it becomes an absolute shootout. Game number 4, 53 seconds left, 3. Okay, game over. We're going to look at game number 5. Actually, Roldiz and the crew say we have a thing or two to say about that. Game number 5, they get the early goal, and they manage to hang on. Birds and the Bees, I'm definitely thinking they're feeling a measure of vindication. Like you said, Mist had some incredible play, but Shock showed up too. There was a lot of offense on both sides.
Yeah, there really was, and I'm really excited that match delivered on what we were all expecting. I mean, we knew that match was going to be that's one that we all circled when we saw the schedule for the first time. It did deliver, and now for both teams, Afterthought comes out of this week 1-1. Birds and the Bees start their season 1-0. I don't think either